Oo. Want to lift it? Lift it more. Full.
This is the maximum. Yeah.
Try the down one.
Down one?
Okay, close it. Okay.
But this is risky, bro.
I'll have to hold and wait. Go and get something and come.
What do you want?
Thirsty. Very good location. Nakita mo rin.
Ay, corned beef eh.
Yes, sir. Hindi magdadamot yan. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Yeah, sure. Go. My team will go. Gawin mo ito. Gawin mo natin sa gawin.
I told you, but it's
Ano yung bahala?
no sugar, nothing. I don't know. I just keep it.
Para
where you are.
Yeah.
So it's good. That's right.
Guy is holding with the glove.
They have coffee also. There are a lot of coffees. I don't know what the heck. There's something in the
Looks like bread.
so hot.
Get this place.
Ayun, surahao.
Para mas natin sila. Lagi kayong ganyan sinip.
Loko, wala.
Kahaba lang yung kamay.
Sa Spain, tsaka Portugal, wala kami dala.
Yun ang aming walking selfie. Hindi namin kailangan ng selfie pag kasama namin si Rechie. Si Kaya, sinabi na sa'yo yung story. Sabi ko, ikaw na lang
Yeah, just be careful, guys. They're filming, so you don't want to put the sign in front of it.
1, 2.
Thank you.
It's coming up, it's coming up. Mike's coming, there you go.
Broken. Nothing is broken. God will fix that too. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You know, I come all the way from the other side of this morning. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Kesadar. I'm the president of the Liberal Party for the province of Ontario, and very, very happy to be here. First of all, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for making this movement strong. This election is not a normal election. This election is tough. These times are tough. The challenges, the economy, the domestic challenges we have, the economy and other job market and other stuff, we have some international challenges coming out of the border. For that reason, we want to make sure that we have a steady hand. The hand we have in shape of Mark Carney. We know he understands, he have dealt with, not only just in Canada when it comes to economics, but also in the UK as well. So with that trust and faith, and we also know we have a very trusted brand our dear friend, the Honorable Rechie Valdez. Should have started Rechie instead of good morning, I guess. You know, Rechie I was seeing her firsthand, how she was so hardworking. It doesn't matter. You called her in the middle of the day, or called her in the middle of the night. She's available, she's accessible, and not only represent this riding proudly, honestly, and wisely, but also she represent Canada. The small business owner across this country. You have a chance to travel across this country from Toronto to Quebec to Saskatoon to BC. I heard the stories of how Rechie Valdez was there, available, the Minister of Small Business. So, why don't we round of applause for her? So, thank you. So I'm not introducing Rechie. I'm just here to thank you on behalf of the Riding Association, from the party, from the bottom of my heart to all of you to come here. So I have a gentleman here who have represented this riding for decades. And his leadership is exemplary, and no other than Mr. Bob Delaney. Thank you for coming in. So I'm going to pass the mic to Bob. Thank you.
Thank you, Kassir. Good morning to our candidate. Good morning to all of you. Bonjour à tout le monde. Sat Sri Akal. Assalamu alaikum. Magandang umaga po sa inyo. Okay, let's get on with why we're here. This is a change election. And I say a change election because we're the incumbent government, but it's still a change election. We've got a new leader. We've got a superstar new leader. Now, let me give you a little where it is and where we're going. Let's start with the leader before I get to the candidate. There's a train that's just left the station. And on that train is Rechie, all of our Liberal candidates, and Mark Carney. Mark Carney's team knows where they're going. They know where our nation is going, and they know how to get it there. Now, standing on the platform is Pierre Poilievre, who is lecturing. Wait, the best is coming. Standing on that platform is Pierre Poilievre. And what's Pierre Poilievre doing as the train pulls out of the station? He's lecturing the railway staff about how they're going to be better off once he dismisses them, cuts their jobs, and defunds the railway. And as to Jagmeet Singh, he's wondering if he's still going to have a seat in Parliament at the end of the month. However, that's not why we're here. We're here to elect the best person that we can to represent us in neighborhoods like Lisgar, Meadowvale, Streetsville, Meadowvale Village, Levy Creek. That person is Rechie Valdez. And we need Rechie Valdez and not Florida Sue. Florida Sue, at the end of this, can go back to her condo in Florida, and she can do something that a lot of Canadian conservatives have in common with US Republicans. What's not generally known, in my last term in government, one of the things I got to do was to be one of Ontario's delegates on an entity called the Council of US state-level peers. Now, the Canadian conservatives all go to the same meetings as the US Republicans. What's that telling you about what direction the alternative to Rechie is going to take? We really don't need a party to genuflect in front of Donald Trump. And if you listen to what the US Midwest Republicans, that's that belt of red states down the middle, I like to call it Trumpistan. What are they doing? Now, I could give you an analogy on that. If what you're going to do is go out for a nice seafood dinner, they'll take a lobster and drop the lobster into a pot, and then they slowly bring the pot up to boiling. Now that's where U.S. Republicans are. They're all looking at this and they're saying to themselves, why don't we just give President Trump's tariffs a chance to take effect and see what sort of effect they do have? Well, I'm going to say to U.S. Republicans the same thing I would say to the lobster. I know what effect they're going to have. You're cooked. Now, you've got a choice here. You've got Rechie, who actually returns calls, looks after constituents, and takes care of the riding. You've got Florida Sue, who's actually my city councilor in Ward 10, who doesn't return calls, has a track record of doing exactly nothing, and is looking at this as, well, this is a better paycheck than my other gig. I want someone who's passionate about my community, knows what she's doing here, is excited about our country, has the leader that we need, and is taking us to the future where we want to go, and that person is Rechie Valdez. That's our candidate, and that's who we're going to work to elect at the end of this month. And just before I pass this mic, there's one last thing I want to do. Where's Adam? Is that one working? Look, in my lifetime, we figured out how to land a man on the moon, to put a robot on Mars, but we still can't figure out how to do a proper microphone. So Adam, the last thing I'm going to do when I get down here, I'm going to do something that I'd like everybody else to do. I want to give you a check. And now I'd like to give this back to our chair, and thank you for allowing me to introduce you to our sitting and future Member of Parliament, Rechie Valdez. Let's re-elect.
Thank you so much, Bob and Pastor Dar. How are we doing, Mississauga Streetsville? No, that ain't good enough. I know you're all probably cold and wet. How are we doing, Mississauga Streetsville? That is better. Thank you all so much for coming out today and for everything that you've done to support. You know, it is an honor and a privilege to be standing in front of all of you. It's an honor for me to be a Filipina, Kitwe, Zambia-born Canadian. And can I just say I'm so proud, because when I look around this room, to every single one of you, this is Canada. I was counting the years. It's been exactly 3 years and about 5 months that I've had the honor of representing Mississauga Streetsville. Many of you which were there for me since day one, knocking on doors, putting up signs, and being there for me from the start. And now, when I look around, it's them, all of you, but then so many new faces as well. And I want to say thank you for realizing why it's important to be engaged. Why it's important for now to this is the time when we should come together and unite as a community to stand up for the values and the things that we care about in this country. We have advocated for seniors. We've advocated for families. We've advocated for everything that matters to us here in Mississauga Streetsville. And I'm going to continue to fight and bring that. I want to acknowledge first again, my husband. I would not be able to do this job without my husband, Mr. Valdez, my incredible parents, my in-laws, who were able to help me manage my family and life, and everyone asked me, how do I do it? And it's because of all of them. So first and foremost to my family, thank you for giving me the honor of being able to take care of Mississauga Street. To my constituency team, to my incredible volunteers who have given me their time, who take care of our constituents here in Mississauga Streetsville. Thank you for being by my side since day one. To my incredible EDA, for me, from the day one again, thank you so much. Each and every one of you. One second. Each one of you have sacrificed so much. Each one of you have sacrificed so much and given up so much of your time. And I have too many thank yous, but Thank you very, very much. I want to take a moment and say thank you again to Castor Dar and Bob Delaney for being here and to support me. And always, you know, the two of them, every time I call them, they're always there for me to give me advice whenever I need it. And so I really want to thank you for that. All the guidance that's given up. And I'm not the only one running. We also have Ferris Al-Sud here from Mississauga Center. Yes, Ferris, thank you for putting your name on the ballot. I was there in 2021 doing that, so thank you for putting that and putting her out there. We're gonna keep this whole place red, right? Jill Permoli's here. Yes, hi Jill. Yes, everything. And also we have former Ontario Liberal candidate Imran Mian. I know he's here as well.
Yes, Imran.
Yes, Imran. Thank you for all of your support. And I know we have two councillors here. I don't know if Ted Show is still here and Deepika Damarla. Yes, to our local councillors, thank you so much for coming out. So today we're going to do a lot. We're going to get out there. We're going to paint Mississauga Streetsville red. My team are here ready for those of you who are canvassing. Anyone that's wearing these super cool sweaters that say Team Rechie Valdez, we're going to go out there and canvass. We're going to knock on doors. We're going to turn this place red. And we're going to keep this Mississauga Streetsville liberal. Are we right?
Yeah!
And one thing I will say, we'll never be the 51st state. Am I right? Yeah! Who's excited for Mark Carney to lead us in the next election, this election, to win on April 28th? Yeah! Folks, it's time to build. It's time to keep our seats, and it's time that we are going to form a majority in this country.
Yeah!
Thank you all for coming out again and for supporting food and drinks. We have our kits here. If you're going to canvass, please see my team right here. We're going to hit the pavement. We're going to come back and forth. We're going to have food and replenishments. We have umbrellas for you. Whatever you need, we've got you. We need to get out there. This is a day that we can capitalize. So again, thank you all for supporting. Maraming salamat to all of you and to my family and friends. Thank you, everyone.
Mabuhay!
Thank you. Mabuhay!
Mabuhay!
So thank you so much for coming in again. Just want to say one last thing. The fourth thing you can do for her. What are those four things? You can vote for her. What else?
Take a sign!
Take a sign. What else?
Donate!
Donate. Give some money. Bob has a check. I'm sure some others have a check as well. What else we can do?
Volunteer!
Volunteer. What else?
Tell our friends and family! There you go.
Tell a friend and family as well. So, honest to God, is you can donate your time and you donate your money. And it really is easy when the person is a leader like Rechie Valdez. So thank you very much for all the effort you do. I tell you, it's a lot of sacrifice to being a candidate or being an MP or being a minister. So, but when she got emotional and see the face of her husband as well, and I see the kids as well, how much she's away from the family, and that's a huge sacrifice. So thank you. On behalf of all of us, we thank you for all this. Thanks so much. And with that, once again, I'd like to thank the Riding Association as well. I see my dear friend Aziz Chaudhry, City of Farmer candidate. Thank you for all. And a lot of people are here who've done a fantastic job up there as well. So thank you very much once again. And let's go win this. All right? Okay. Thank you.
Ready?